kids and before and after and now. Shout out to, let's go to his channel, Too Much Sauce. Very good, but I'm gonna be breaking stuff down in this in this episode. So, let's see what the kid has to say about William Afton and his deaths.
Or William Afton actually does not die. Now, I know what you're thinking. How did he not die? It literally shows them in a fire. Well, to answer that question, let's look at the past and how he survived all his other deaths. Starting with the history.
I just want to let you guys know he's just going to be talking about how he died every different way and stuff. So we're going to skip to the end.
Suit was too damaged. His third death was, for some reason, it was also a fire. A remnant of Entertainment, which is adding that code. Entertainment, which is the company who made all the FNAF locations. Them thinking it was code they could put in their VR game that they were developing called FNAF Help Wanted. Without their knowledge, adding that code, William Afton was being added to their game. He would appear as a character named Glitchtrap. Later, when Vanessa was testing out the game, she would see...
There's already something wrong here. Vanessa would never test out a VR game because if we go back, he says
had a remnant of himself in a circuit board and hid it in the FNAF place for a worker to find it. That worker was Vanessa, and you probably...
Yes, I know who it is. So, Vanessa. So, how he said that she played the VR game. She did not play the VR game. I'll tell you what happens here because I know FNAF probably more than this kid. I've seen too much stories of it. So, what really happened is the first part he got right. Yes, the drive that he put of himself, the code, did die in the fire, but that's what he thought. After the place and the things got cooled down with water and everything, because they couldn't have let the place burn down unless they did, because he said, oh yeah, he just hid it in the place. How would he be able to hit it if he's dead because of the security guard, the bad one? So what really would have happened is that they changed the vent systems and everything into a pizza place, but forgot to get rid of the code. Somebody saw this in the pizza place and probably took it home to make a game, because that's how you would usually. But since this is FNAF and normal, somebody wanted to put it into a game called FNAF VR Help Wanted. So they put now this is not Vanessa. This is most likely the security guard who did this. Put it in the code, added everything else in, and decided to play the game. But what he didn't notice is that he starts seeing green sparks and glitches everywhere around the game, including the bunny rabbit, and he knew something was wrong and couldn't find out what was happening to him and what was happening to the game. Now, if you would have realized in the other secrets in other FNAF games, but mostly this FNAF game, you can see one green screen lit up in an arcade. And it's a very rare secret to get. And this is how they did it. They builded the arcade, got the game set up, and did it. But what they didn't notice is that when they started playing, they started seeing these green sparks and all seeing everything. So Glitchtrap immersed himself into the game itself to make it so it could be that or this. What I mean by that or this, which means that he immersed himself into the game so he can stop it from being beaten, so he could live forever. But eventually the game was beaten by lots of people and the security guard beat it, and after it, he didn't realize what he did because he was just luring him to beat the game, even though he was acting. So you're probably like, oh, what do you mean he was acting? Because Glitch Trap isn't that harmless at all in the game, if you think about it. He just waves to you. But once at the end part, he leaves and he tries merging with you, which you stop him and you're in a cage. Which would mean when the game was over and he's done finishing it, it sure does look like a real cage and real fingerprints and a real door, which means that since he basically got himself out of the game so he could become Glitch Trap, he probably took the security guard and got him into the door so he'd be trapped there like all his other children and all those other that have been killed. I just want to break that really long thing down so that can get out of our way.
Recognize her. She who would find the circuit board gave it to the in the game. She would think this was a bug, although little did she know. Later, Glitch Trap would make Vanessa get parts to rebuild his body and drags him to where he's not dying. And drags him.
Okay, so now what he talks about is that how William Afton cannot die from the fire. He is correct. He is named Burn Trap for a reason. He has been in fire so many times, but what I've been gotten and asked is that he can't survive fires, it only damages him. And this is actually very correct. Yes, fires can still damage him. It just doesn't hurt him as much. So after he's all done, after his fire, he cannot die from it. So if we see here, the blob
To a fire. Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
up to the ceiling. But we all know that the blob is completely harmless. But there is my biggest theory of all of them in the entire world. We all know how Blob is really big, right? When you do find Blob at the bottom, you can see animatronics inside of him, which could mean he absorbs things. So it's either he did die from Blob or he somehow escaped him, because he can't die from fire, and everyone thinks it. So if you guys think I'm wrong in this theory, then you can unsubscribe from me, do anything, but I'm pretty sure I am 100% on Glitch Trap and how he got out the game to capture the security guard and keep him in there for long to torture him, and Burn Trap maybe being dead because of the blob. Because, let me show you something. I'm gonna really quick leave and search it up. Okay. Look at that. If I go here, you can see that there's animatronics inside of him. Even if I went to a YouTube video on the blob, security breach. If I go here, and if we look at him, see? But there is something that can be very, very interesting sometimes. Tell me. I want you to just tell me something. When I go here and go to gallery, if we zoom in, who exactly is that? That could be Vanny, that could be anyone. That is really curious. Or that could just be Bonnie. As you can see, Freddy's there. And obviously, Mangle's in there too because of everything. So what do you have to say about this, guys? Do you think my theory is correct? You can disagree with this, but I just want to let you know that he's consumed everyone, aka Mango, Bonnie, it could be Glitch Trap, Funtime Freddy's head, and the puppet. And Circus Baby, apparently. He is very powerful, but I don't think he's more powerful than Burn Trap. We'll see when the next Security Breach Ruin comes out. I'll see you guys when I'm updated. Peace out.